afternoon, everybody, except for in Hawaii. It's still morning there, but good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Intel Live. I am your host, Justin Robey, and I am also joined by the illustrious, always charming, and Intel Insider wearing Alex with a beard. What is, wait a minute. You weren't kidding when you said you need to shave. What is going on?
Well, this is called dedication and love for our audience and game developers and publishers.
Okay, so I know why. I don't want to spoil it or anything like that. I don't want to spoil it, but we know now I'm starting to understand. And then of course we have our illustrious overlord, the person we try to give at least 3 to 5 heart attacks a week. We have Sarah, the community awesome, joining us as well. Sarah, how has your week been? From what I understand, very busy.
It has been busy, but a lot of it's trying to make sure that we bring some super cool stuff to you guys every week. So we try to make sure that we've got some great prizes, giveaways, and some great content, which I think we've hit all those marks today.
Well, there we go. I learned what our hours of operation. Okay, so people are talking about all sorts of stuff. But anyway, welcome everybody to the Intel Live show. We actually have a really good show for you today. I'm actually pretty excited about it. One of the things is, like I said, you guys always hear me talk about the feedback, the things that you've said, and we are definitely seeing that take off as we look at people engagement with the VOD and all that sort of stuff. So what we have done based on last year is shrink the news pretty shortly down. We've added like key things, like what we're going to do is talk about a beautiful 14700K build inside of a case that you guys have specifically been asking to take a look at. We're going to showcase, its partnership with newly released GPU, and then we're going to play some Prince of Persia. And in the midst of all that, we're giving away copies of Prince of Persia. We're going to be giving away a 14700K. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be in all the channels because there's giveaways throughout every single one of them. So the better thing to do is just be everywhere. That's usually the best thing to do, which is always a lot of fun. So it should be a great show, and I'm really excited about it. Alex, how has your week been? Now that you've been growing hair, has anybody noticed the additional growth and like what's going on? And why it doesn't match on the top? Like,
oh, this. Well, just to let everybody know and be completely clear, I am follically challenged from my neck up. So as you can see, it's pretty sparse beard, and I've been growing this for a week. Because last week when we were playing, like Dragon Infinite Wealth, I wanted to also have the beard because he also has a beard. It's like, oh, so in 2 days I will have like a 5 o'clock shadow. No, that was not the case. So I've been growing this since last week, so it actually gets to here. So dedication, yes. So it's been a busy week, not only for getting you guys ready of all this, but there's a bunch of new stuff and making sure that we have a great content for you guys, keep you guys engaged. And actually, last night I was up playing Prince of Persia for a while pretty late for me.
And then I do want to add, guys, we finally have it. We now have, so when we are playing, you will see Alex's gameplay as well. So we've got Alex now enjoying us, and you'll get to see him playing the game. I know for the last couple times it's really kind of been me. Sorry about that. But luckily, I have proven through the last few challenges that I am the better gamer. At some point in time, Alex will come along and join us. I'm sorry, I had to get that little sting in there. But point is that we are going to have Alex in here. So the way it's going to go is we're going to just kind of play through the intro. I'll play through the intro, and then Alex is going to kind of pick it up afterwards. So the good thing is now you'll get to see both of us play. So technology improving, awesomeness here improving here on the Intel Live show. But I want to kick it off with the news. Let's go ahead and get into the show because that's what you guys are here for, the meat, not just Alex and I ranting about whatever it is we're going to rant about. So I want to kick this off with a super interesting one, and we can't ignore it from a gameplay standpoint, but PalWorld, Alex, what is going on? Because this seems to be like the sensation that is absolutely tearing across gaming right now.
Yes, I think it's a pretty cool little game. It's pretty interesting. It's like a mash of different games together, and it seems just like a fun game to play. Very different, and it's a survival, and then you're catching all these little pals. So it's just pretty interesting. I like it. I mean, I really want to play. Actually, play with some friends would be pretty interesting.
So have you actually had a chance to play it yet? So I have played it a number of
No.
times. Well, we actually do have it on the system that we're going to be showcasing today. But we, again, we're looking into it. But it's one of those games that it's like Pokemon, but there's like this dark side to PalWorld. Like the other thing too is like, unlike the other ones where they'll faint, like these creatures can like get super mad at you. You're like there's like some weird stories about some crazy, interesting type pals who kind of like tear around and stuff like that. So it's this weird, like not quite dystopian Pokemon like type game that has all of the things that people seemed addicted to from games like Ark and even from Fortnite Lego and all that sort of stuff. It's a create a world, build a base, collect Pokemon, and then you can do it in like a server with all your friends and sort of stuff. But the thing that's so crazy is it's sold like it has higher concurrency than CS:GO. Like CS:GO 2, there are more people playing PalWorld right now than one of Steam's other biggest things, which is actually pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and I mean, it's just like for me, it like, wait, PalWorld, who, when, where, and then you just look at the numbers of how many people are playing. I was like, where was I doing? And was I sleeping? Probably, but it is crazy. But PalWorld actually answers one of the questions asked in that other cartoon show. Well, now we know where they get the meat, right? You can actually go and eat, which is kind of the dark side of PalWorld. If you're hungry, well, sorry. I don't even know how the names of the pals, but they're just pals.
They're crazy. They're and like good luck. Now that like apparently there's already somebody who's made like a Pokédex and all that sort of stuff about it, which kind of takes me to our second bit of the story, which I think everybody saw this coming. But essentially the Pokemon company came back and said like, this is an awful lot like a game that we may have created, and we're going to do a little investigation to see, is PalWorld a little too true to what is essentially Pokemon? And there's been some super interesting, comparisons with the fact that like the pals and the Pokemon have almost the exact same dimensions. Like a lot of them are so close, you know what I mean, in terms of how how close they are in terms of shape. Form, all that sort of stuff, that it may be a little bit to the Pokemon company's liking. Now, here's the statement. Pokemon Company has not said that what PalWorld is doing is not okay. All they have said is that they're essentially investigating whether the fact that PalWorld is doing infringements or anything like that. But I know, Alex, you haven't had a chance to really kind of play the game. But, dude, it is very much Pokemon. It's like capturing them in little balls. Like, there's a lot that's very similar between the two games, and it'll be interesting. I think one thing that, PalWorld kind of didn't expect was just how grossly large they would become so quickly. And now, because of this, like, everybody's kind of reacting. And I do know from sources like Windows Central and all that sort of stuff that a ton of people are reading materials. And I know some of my friends who are streamers, people like Covent, Brittany, all those guys, streaming it 10, 12 hours a day. I know that Gina Darling was streaming it the other time. So tons of these people this is like a big thing even on Twitch right now. So you need to wake up, Alex, and start catching pals.
Let's start catching. I'm going to start catching some pals. Yeah, I actually get to see some of the video playing. They do look like they got a lot of inspiration from Pokemon. But we'll see where that investigation goes. And so far, I guess congratulations to the PalWorld team, because they definitely have knocked it out of the park, and everybody's pretty excited about it. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Now I know people. I'm looking at Discord chat right here, and I know people are basically asking, Alex, if we get to play PalWorld at some point in time in the future, and this is no promise. I mean, who knows?
Oh, I see where this is going.
Will you dress as a pal in PalWorld? That is the question that everybody wants to know. And if so, who would you be? And we don't know yet, because Alex hasn't had a chance to take it all in. I mean, the dude's still trying to grow a beard right now, and now you're talking about him going like full animal with this whole thing. So an interesting situation right there. And all that sort of stuff. So yeah, anyway, PalWorld, we couldn't ignore it. It's just way too big. Sarah, are you going to play this game? Are you going to get into PalWorld? Have you had a chance to kind of dive in and collect pals?
I haven't dove in yet, but I got to tell you, it's this afternoon's plan. So it is already in my Steam library. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I added it yesterday.
Can I get a raise of hands? Who would like a dissertation from Sarah next week on PalWorld? Like a full, 30-minute PowerPoint presentation on the things she loves, the things she didn't love, and a full like report on on what she accomplished. I want to see raise of hands who would be down for that, because that's what somebody said 4,000 word essay.
Single space.
Single space. Font 7. It has to take 10 pages, you know what I mean? Like, I want the PhD Sarah. Like, we want Dr. Sarah, basically, by the time is like, she has a doctorate in PalWorld, so I'm just kidding. We wouldn't make her do that. Well, maybe we would, because that'd be funny. But let's go on to the next story, because this one, I really am super interested to hear about this, Alex, which is essentially Intel's German fab will be most advanced in the world and make 1.5 nanometer chips. The CEO says. There are probably people here who are watching, and thank you so much to 300 plus people who are chilling out with us, not including the 150 plus more so in Discord, so almost 500 people. What the heck do any of those words mean? What are we talking about here?
So we're talking about shrinking the size of the transistors. So what does it translate to? So, I mean, I actually haven't looked into disclaimer, haven't actually looked at the technology and how it performs or anything. But usually what it means is you're getting smaller transistors, so your power consumption gets lower. You can fit more transistors in that area, so you can have more things going on. So you can see, like, now we have so many things. For example, Meteor Lake, we don't only have different types of cores in there, and we also have like graphics engine, discrete built-in graphics in there. And now we have the newest thing that we were able to put in there is an AI engine, which we call the neuron processing unit. So, as you get smaller, you can put in more stuff. It gets more complicated, of course, but less power and more features. There's a lot of new things that brings in, but it makes it more complicated. So it is pretty exciting because we're getting really, really, really small.
It's nuts when you think about it, right? Because like a lot of people talk about Moore's law and obviously the ability to basically shrink to 1.5 nanometers is really tiny. That's smaller than my pinky, and that's already pretty small.
I think the comparison was. But I remember. I gotta go check the scale again. But it was like thinking of Earth is normal, and then a grape is in the nanometers, but I forgot how many.
You had like a correlation to understand, like if you were to think about the scale of something,
exactly,
that's what it would essentially be. Now, Sarah, I had an interesting thing because I was reading this. What they have here is a picture of the Intel Live HQ. What is the facility going to look like? I mean, this is what we're getting next year, right? This is our new building that you've funded along with our 83 terabyte Intel Arc GPU, right?
I think this is definitely, still with the design team, because what was the total budget ask? I think you guys were in the trillions at one point.
I'm pretty sure this building's pretty cheap. I can't wait to start going. I've been working on my German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, Susan Gekanatobus Nastas Nina, Wasser ist Gas. That's like I'm ready. I'm already ready for the move in. But anyway, guys, big surprise. That is the new Intel Live HQ right there, and that's what the building's going to look like. And we're looking to move there in the next year or so. So if you have ideas for the kind of decor we should have in our studio and stuff like that, send those over to Sarah.
Any ideas? If you want to make sure that the I think it's called Feng Shui flows correctly. Just want to say that Robey has the top floor, Sarah has the second to the top floor. I got the third one, just to make sure.
Robey's in sub-basement 83. That's where they keep Robey at. Another thing that's a little bit of news, guys. We only have a few more stories to go through, and then we'll pop into this. But this one is actually a big one because we have a certain individual, even though he does have a Steam Deck and all that sort of stuff now, but the news is starting to come in. It's starting to feel hot about the new Nintendo Switch 2 reportedly have an 8-inch LCD. There's a bunch of information. A lot of this actually leaked from Forbes article and some other ones, and now a couple places are picking it up. Sarah, you play a lot with the Nintendo Switch, right? Like I use the Switch a lot. Are you getting excited? Where's your head at?
I feel like there's so much in this space now. Now I feel like there's so many I want to kind of start playing with. So I have the Switch, I have the Legion Go. I'm eyeing to get my hands on a Claw, and now this comes out. So
Yeah.
I do have to say I'm very loyal because I'm a Zelda fan. So I had to get this for Tears of the Kingdom, and I've loved it ever since I got it. So it'll be interesting. It's been a long time since a new version came out, so I'll be excited to see what they do.
Yeah, and Contradictin86 is bringing up an interesting point. He says, I'm pretty sure my Switch has sat unused on the dock for like 2 years now. I took it out for Paper Mario, which like I really wanted to do. So there are a lot of classic Nintendo games that only fit within the Nintendo Switch type space. That is for sure. And of course, we need something more powerful because I'd love to see like a remastered version of Zelda, etc. But I gotta be honest, man, like you're absolutely right. And I think Alex, you would agree right now as somebody who now travels and uses your Steam Deck, that there is a lot of competition in this space. A lot of options for playing really great games. Like you were playing Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
You could play Assassin's Creed Mirage on the Claw. I mean, like all of the games that we actually really, really enjoy now at our hand, like now in our fingertips. I was playing Yakuza Enter the Dragon, right? Which I loved. I now love those games. Those games are amazing, by the way. I'm so glad that we got to play them. So it just came out like yesterday. Such a good game. But yeah, you would agree, right, Alex? This is kind of a crowded
Yeah, I
space.
completely agree. There's so much options out there, and that's good, for all consumers. So you can go see what you want, what you like. We were actually having a conversation earlier. I forgot where. Oh, it's the work chat about like the size of the Steam Deck compared to the Ally, compared to the Cloud, compared to all of different things, to the Legion, that you can actually detach the controllers and put it in just like the Nintendo Switch. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. And yeah, just like you, I can't wait to actually get to play with the Claw for a couple of minutes. I was so close to run away with it at CES, but I was tackled.
somebody actually
yes.
like Dalton or Jordan,
Yeah.
one of those guys were like, come here,
Yeah,
Alex.
Jordan. I told him like, hey, look over there, and he actually looked, and I just bolted, but I didn't make it to the door. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Actually, over Christmas, I was playing. Well, I'm going to say it that way, but I was playing Hitman 3, so with a lookalike of me, so it was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, I'm excited. People are talking about PalWorld on the Switch. I mean, you can already play PalWorld on a lot of these portable PCs, including ones that are using like Meteor Lake GPUs, like things like even Intel GPUs, Intel CPUs like the 1X player. There are lots of handheld PC options that let you play PalWorld now, including your Steam Deck and everything else as well. Okay, so guys, a bit of a downer, but I mean, it would be bad. We would be remiss not to talk about it. And that is, it was a heck of a week. In the video game industry, and just in terms of layoffs. It started off with Riot, basically letting go a number of rioters in terms of for layoffs. The one thing that was actually pretty nice, if there can be a silver lining to letting people go, is just how well Riot did with helping people and the transition packages that they have for letting the folks go. But again, Riot has been one of those companies that it feels like they had to kind of, the message from the CEO was, hey, we need to refocus on what's the priority. We need to slim down and actually really kind of double down on the stuff that we're doing good, which a lot of the response was, then why League? But League is actually still a very, very popular game. Very, very sad to see something like this happen. Yeah, I mean, dude, Alex, I mean, it's been a heck of a year last year.
Yeah. Last year was last year was rough, but we had so many games, and this year, as like you said, it started with Riot, and then what I was reading Riot and doing some research on this is like, and I stumbled into another company and then into another publisher, and another person was like, oh my god, what is good? It's like it was been a really rough week because it started with Riot. I think also Microsoft did some layoffs there
too. 1,900 people at Microsoft as well.
Yeah, so it's been rough, man. So, but like you said, Riot is taking care of their people, which is pretty cool. That actually in that article they actually published what the package that they promised to. They promised to the people who are transitioning to something else.
And I don't want to devil to you. I absolutely agree. There is no way to sugarcoat this. That's why I said if there was a way to put a silver lining with this, it would. I could say something. But for the most part, let's be honest. Layoffs suck. We saw close to 10,000 people in the game industry lost their jobs last year. They think it could even be higher. And then to kick it off with what, almost half that number in the first month of January between Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, King, and then we had the Rioter stuff from there. Now I do know, just because I worked at Microsoft for 20 years, they have a very, very similar package. Theirs kind of transition. So those people are not going to be they're out of a job, but at least they will get taken care of in the best that they can, knowing that they don't have a job. But all in all, guys, it just feels like a terrible thing, and the thing that's really hard for people to kind of understand. Now, one of the things that comes up with the Microsoft one is obviously a lot of people thought, hey, with this merger, if it hadn't happened, would there actually still be layoffs and stuff? That's obviously not a discussion we're basically going to enter here. But regardless, I just wanted to put and say, we're sorry if you're one of the people impacted. The good thing is that there are a lot of, I know Joseph Staten, a ton of companies are still looking for people. So if you just search on layoffs, you may find some options. There are some people out there trying to help people get jobs. And we're really, really sorry that this is happening in an industry that we love so much. And so we just wanted to still mention it, say we're sorry, and then go from there. Yeah.
Yes. It's not, like I said, it's no fun. We feel you guys out there, and we also have friends. We all have friends out there that have lost their job in the last couple of months. So
I have a number of friends who, but I saw even things like even surrounding it. I have some friends who lost jobs in the influencer marketing space. Also, a couple people like a whole division of indie publishers that got let go. So it's not just these. These have been the ones that have kind of peaked in terms of news stories, but it's actually been a pretty rough kind of kickoff for 2024 in games in terms of the layoffs and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, this is that's kind of it for the story in terms of just the news and stuff like that. I promised we wouldn't take any more than 15-20 minutes to basically run through that. But now is the fun part, guys. Let's jump in to the meatiest of this. And one of the things that we want to talk about is we love to talk about the CPUs and the things that exist within Intel's kind of sphere. And one of the ones that we're going to focus on today is the 14700K. But we're going to do it in kind of a little bit of a different way. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the 14700K, but we're going to talk about it in the realm of a build that can be ideal in terms of specs, etc. Now, what here we have is where we have a $2,500 build inside of the Montech King. Montech King 95. If you wanted to bring this down easily to sub $2,000, you could absolutely do that just by going to a Montech King Pro, which has all of the fans and everything kind of built in here. But a lot of people are saying, hey, Robey, what's a good combination that isn't too overly expensive to connect between an Intel 14700K and what would be a good GPU pairing, etc. So here we have one right here. This is an Intel Core i7 14700K using the NZXT N7 Z790 white DDR5 motherboard. The thing I love about this MOBO is that unlike a lot of other Z790 boards like the MSI Edge or stuff like that, this is a $299 Z790, which, you got to agree, Alex, that's actually a nice price.
That is really, really good.
Yep. For the graphics
I really like
card,
it.
We're checking out the brand new Founders Edition, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Super FE. We also have 3 terabytes of storage provided by XLR8 or PNY, which you can pick up either at Amazon or you can actually pick them up at GameStop as well. For RAM, we're using Corsair Vengeance RGB 6000 megahertz RAM at 32 gigs. And then we have the Montech King 95 case. And then we're using the IQ Link system. This is where you can save some money. If you wanted to save some money, drop to the Pro and throw in something like the Deepcool LS720 or the LT720, which is a far less expensive AIO and still gives you some headroom for basically overclocking your 14700K. This could drop this all the way down to sub $2,000. The only reason I use IQ Link is that for new builders, it's a very, very intuitive system, very easy to hook up. And the other thing too is you have a lot of control and a lot of things that are being added from Corsair to basically make your life a little bit easier. And then finally, the power supply we're using the Asus Tough Gaming 850 watt Gold ATX 3.0 PSU, which means if you did want to upgrade in the future, say for instance Battle Mage, who knows, I'm making stuff up, but if it required 850 watts or you want to throw a 4080 Super in there at some point in time or whatever, it gives you some room to essentially upgrade. You can even do a 4090 as long as you're using something like a Founders Edition or a base level PNY and you're not planning on doing any overclocking or anything like that. So we wanted to put the parts. We're going to show you guys the Montech King, which is a case you guys have been super interested in. So we're going to give you guys some like a rundown of that case, show you some ins and outs, some things that you can do with that, as well as showing you some benchmarks with the 4070 Super and a 14700K, so you can get an idea of how that runs and what a system like this might be able to perform like. Instead of just giving you abstract, show it to you live. And then we have some questions that Sarah was able to pull from the community that we're going to kind of answer with that as well. But I wanted to kick it off with giving it to Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex, why don't you talk to us a little bit about the 14700K, because this is one of those things that we like to, this is the most interesting in terms of, what we're seeing from consumers and stuff because of the Raptor Lake refresh, right? The 14.7 got more than just, a boost because of yields, etc. It got like a Siamese twin. That sounds really bad. It got some additional growth. No, that also sounds bad. But yeah, give us the 411.
It definitely has some growth.
Sarah's like, where's the cane? I just need to pull him off of there.
Get him out of there. All right, yeah. So the 14700K, just going to start from the top. The K stands for that is a processor that is unlocked, so it will allow you to overclock or underclock it. So it just as long as you pair it with with the right motherboard to do so. It is a pretty interesting story for the 14700K and actually for the whole 14700 family, because what happens is once you have, we were talking before about process technology, about what this 1.5 nanometer means. So once we release, or once we have a new technology on a new processor, we're also learning about it, because we also have to learn about the process variation. So how much things vary as we create them. So the longer we stay on the process, the more we learn, and then we know the more we learn about it, and we know how to tweak it. So the 14 gen, we are in our Intel 7, if I correct correctly, and we have now we've been in it for 3 years. 3 years, because it started with Alder Lake. So now we've been able to push it, and that's how we were able to get higher frequencies out of this processor. So we actually went from the frequencies have gone for the P cores, actually, before we go there. So yeah, so we have increased the frequencies. One of the things for the i7, we actually have also increased the core count. But, to make it a little bit easier, let me actually move over here, and I'm going to move my mic. So please hold on with me. I'll figure this out.
Oh, I love that you're going to get to show this, right? So this is actually, we're seeing like the whole thing here, right?
Yes. So this is what we talked about last week, sorry, which is Meteor Lake. In here, and this is an actual, so this has been beautified, so it could actually show you guys or everybody out there to see how it looks. But this is a real processor, how you actually buy and get it deleted, of course, and this is how it actually looks. So here you can see this is S-Team, what is called solder team, which is solder for better heat transfer.
Look at that, delitted, guys. You're seeing delitted.
For the head spreader, interface head spreader. So you can see the die. The difference between these two guys, this is a monolithic, so this is just one die, and this guy has different ones that we showed last one. All right, so let me move a little bit this out of the way. This is Alder Lake architecture, but I thought this was pretty cool to explain what we have here. Let me make sure this makes sense.
Oh, look at this. You look at the charts. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. He's even got like little marks. You guys are getting like the full thing.
Hi and welcome.
So Party Gang, tell me what specifically you're asking when you say not what it means, not a PC person. We'll try and give you, we'll try and ask those questions from Alex when we get to that stuff. Sorry, Alex, keep going.
No, it's all good. We have here some happy little cores to create a great artist. We have a happy little P core. So this whole big thing, we know it's P core. So this guy, well, this is Alder Lake, but the 14700K actually comes with 8 cores. So I'm going to be the count. 1 P core, ha, ha, ha. 2 P cores, ha, ha, ha. Actually, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have your 8. This one right here, we have our E core. So this little guy over here is 1 E core. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 E cores. Ha, 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 ha. Actually, they come in clusters of 4. So what we did is in the 13th generation, you actually, for the i7, you actually have all these. So this cluster here, which was 8 E cores. But now by the magic of the engineers, they were able to add one more of these cells somewhere in here, but you can see it's already pretty crowded. So that's a pretty big engineering feat to here. So now we actually have 12 E-cores and 8 P-cores. So this is how actually a good representation of how the die looks. And here we have a bus. This is called the ring bus, how they all share information.
Did you draw a bus on that?
Yes, I did.
Look at that! Look at that graphic. Did you guys? Can we just get? Can you guys? I want you guys to rate his bus. Rate the drawing of the bus. I need to see this.
All right. So, thank you. Yes, thank you, Matt. Yeah, that's the one. So the let me see. So the cores for the 14 gen went for the maximum frequency went from 5.3 gigahertz to 5.5. And the E-cores went for 4.2 to 4.3. And because you have added one more cluster of E-cores, you have increased your overall system cache. So your cache now, your total cache, your level 2 total cache is 28. And level 3 cache is 33. I'm sorry if I'm going too technically. What it means, you get more cache, which is great for games and for workloads and different things that you can do. This is integrated graphics. If you guys are built-in graphics, if you are wondering, all this is like media engines, PCIe. These are all I/O ports. But yeah, I just wanted to show this. And yeah, so this is, with one more of these guys, the 14700K that actually Robey built in this beautiful system. We're going to talk about. Let me see if I missed something to talk about. No. Oh, yes. So because we have more E-cores, but we'll talk more of this. But yeah, because we have added more E-cores, that means we have more multi-threading capacity. And also means that, our multi-threading workloads are going to be a lot faster and a lot better because we increase the amount of E-cores that we have there. So yeah, this is the Core i7 14700K. That's
awesome. Thank you very much for that, Alex. Okay, so we're going to give you that in terms of the premises. So that gives you an idea of the 14700K. But when you talk about putting it inside of a build, when you think about, what you might want to place this in there, we want to give you guys practical examples of what something like that may look like. And the 14700K, with all of that power and everything like that, it does require a certain amount of airflow and obviously cooling capacity. Now, one of the questions that we did see that came up as part of your guys' stuff specifically was, well, Robey, what kind of cooler size do I need for a 14700K? Now, one of the things that you have to think about when you use a 14700K is you have to think about what you're going to do with it. So there's a couple of different things that motherboard manufacturers really like to do to Intel CPUs that may determine the level of cooling that you might need. And I know this is making Alex laugh a little bit. So we have this thing that's called MCE, is the Asus version of it. Another, a bunch of different companies have different forms of it. So in this particular case, one of the things that we're looking for is usually if you're just going to set it at Intel stock settings, which means it's going to pull about 250 watts, you can totally do that with a 240 millimeter AIO, right? And this allows you to do things in small form factor cases like the Fractal Terra, or even things like the Encore 100 that we showed just not that long ago here on the channel, which could run a 14700K. Now, if you're going to do things like start to overclock, then you need what's called a 360 millimeter AIO, which is what we have installed in here. And then you have a number of good options. You have things like the Lee & Lee Galahad, you have the Asus Ryu or Ryujin, which have a tendency to be on the higher pricey side. You have things like the H150i, which is the non-IQ system, and then you actually have the H150i IQ, and then you have some really compelling budget options, things like the Deepcool LS720 and even the Arctic, the ones from Arctic, which is also an incredible 360 millimeter AIO that you can get like just over $100, sometimes even sub $100. So one of the cases when we talk about airflow is one of the things that's really unique about about what are called dual chamber cases like the Montech King is that a lot of these create flexibility. And the reason we wanted to show you this particular case is that this case can either be an airflow case, which means you could air cool, and you are capable of air cooling a 14700K with things like the MA624 from Cooler Master, or even things like the new A115 from Corsair, or the DH15 from the Noctua DH15 are all capable of air cooling a 14700K. So I wanted to give you kind of a rundown and show you guys this case, and then we're going to talk about like just it and then what it is for a 1470. You saw what the parts list here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in, make sure that it works and all that sort of stuff, and then show you some benchmarks so you guys can see how it would perform with something like a 4070 Super, which is a really great pairing for a 14700K. That's not to say that you can't do like a 147 and a 4090 as a 4K like backbone CPU. A 14.7 is great, but a 14.6 or even a 14.6 might be a better option because you can save some money because the CPU gets used far less at 1440p and 4K than it does, for instance, at 1080p. So I will say this: if you think about what resolution you're going to play at, that's where you have to start caring a whole lot more about things like what CPU you're going to use versus what GPU you're going to use. At 1080p, it's almost very much CPU. At 1440p, it starts to get split, and then at 4K, it really becomes about the GPU more than the CPU. So looking at the questions and all that sort of stuff, I know that there's a giveaway and stuff right now, but let's dive in and kind of check out the case.
Yeah, just one thing where and that's we were talking about the resolution. Depending on the resolution, is gonna rely either on the processor or on the video card. So that's why you see sometimes like Robey and also other tech reviewers have different types of resolutions, right? Because like if they're testing a processor, the resolution they're going to go to test just to stress the processor is going to be 1080p. But if they actually want to stress the video card, they'll go to higher resolutions to do so. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that.
And then again, we'll have Sarah. Sarah will be looking, and she'll pull in from time to time as we're walking through this to just kind of at key points. Sarah, if you could just remind us of questions that kind of come up that people may ask, so we can basically start from here. But let me show you guys the Montech King. So the Montech King, at its base level, as you were looking at right here, without obviously all the parts and stuff like that, it's about $109. It's actually a very good price for all of the stuff that this case is capable of doing. There's also a second SKU that comes with the Montech King, which is called the Montech King Pro. It's an additional $40, but it comes with fans, 140 millimeter fans in the back that are reversed. It comes with 320 millimeter fans at the bottom that are set for basically exhaust, and then a single rear fan. And so I'll kind of walk you through, but the thing that's really nice about that is that all you really do is have to buy an AIO motherboard and your RAM and core stuff, and then everything is kind of taken care for you. So just walking you through this though, support for radiators, you can support up to a 360 millimeter at the top, a 360 millimeter at the bottom, and a 280 millimeter in the rear, which means you could actually, if you decide to custom water cool this, you could actually do up to 3 radiators, and which is a ton of cooling. So if you wanted to do like an all-in, like crazy, like 4K over-the-top build, you can absolutely do this in here. The other thing too that's actually kind of nice, and I'll show you from the top-down perspective, is that you can actually see that the radiator section of this case is lifted a little bit. And what that does is it creates some more room. So one of the stickiest things that you'll see when you're basically building inside of a case like this is that you can't get to things like your EPS connectors and stuff because your AIO is too low, and then you have a hard time kind of reaching in there. So building inside of this case is actually really straightforward, and it's very, very beginner friendly as a case all up. Now, I'll go ahead and pop off the front here, and I can give you guys some other kind of neat perspectives that I like. Now, the color of the cases, you actually have red, you have a blue, and then you actually have white, and then you have black. Something else that I actually really, oops, I just ripped off the back here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the back off. I like about it is that also the back of the case is very, very perforated, which means you can pull in air even if you are getting intake from the back is actually easy to kind of pull through. The other thing too is that one thing to be aware of if you're gonna do this is you do have to be super cognizant of your cable management, which I'll just show you in the back, which is what I actually did when I thought about this. Now, one of the other things that's super neat about this case is this right here, is that this is actually a curved tempered glass piece is actually what you see. Now, the cool thing about the Montech King is that on top of coming with the tempered glass piece, the case also ships with a perforated front. So you can actually replace this piece, which it does. It comes with it at no extra cost, and I'll show it to you right here. So if
that's
you
really nice.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's really nice because, a lot of people are, well, that was one of my questions when I was at CES looking at all these cases is like, and actually we had this conversation, I think was it 2 weeks? No, when we came back from CES, the questions were like, well, you have this whole panel, and we're usually seeing vents to go in to let some air circulation to go in through. But you told us like you saw different cases that had the same build without the perforation that actually operated pretty cool. But in this one, yay, you got the options.
You basically have an option. It actually is a full case that if you want to switch this to an airflow build and actually do an air-cooled build inside of the Montech King, you actually can. And one of the reasons that you can, and this is probably one of the things I like the most about this case specifically, is that this right here, these two 140 millimeter fans, I will show you via our little roaming camera, which is why we have all of the cameras and all of the production stuff here. So if we go to roaming, up here at the top, you can see up here, let me turn on our light. You can see up here and then down here, this is actually unscrewed. And what you can do is this is a hinge right here. And this hinge allows these fans to actually move out. And so with the airflow on, you can switch these to intake, and then it has direct airflow to fill and basically feed an actual like an air cooler. So the really, really neat thing is because of the modularity of this case, you actually have a lot of options in terms of how you want to configure it, which sometimes can be overwhelming. But in this case, I think what it does is it just adds a lot of variability in the type of build that you want to build, which is actually pretty cool.
I mean, the way it is open right now, and with the roaming camera, that was pretty cool to see how much space you actually have to build. And actually, what you called earlier that I thought was pretty cool that I run into a lot when one of my builds was the space on the top with the, oh my God, with the AIO. Then you're trying to get the extra power cables managed through there, and I have thick, big hands, and they can't get it in through there. But this makes it a lot easier because you said you could rise it, right?
Yep. And then the last thing I kind of want to show you is on the other side, and then I want to give you guys, like, check this out. One of the things that Montech also did, and I will say, like, I was very impressed with what Montech actually provides for such a low amount of money, is this right here. This is actually a 10-port fan and RGB hub. So it actually allows you to easily, and if you get the Pro version, this is already all cable managed for you, but you can actually plug in all your fans and then all your RGB, and it's all controlled off of one connection that goes directly to the motherboard. You can also control it obviously with the case button as well, but in terms of just coming like fully stacked, very, very impressive to see something like that come with a case. Now I will show you, just to tell you, I was talking about cable management and just a little bit in the rear. The one thing I do like about dual chamber cases is the kind of room that you actually have for cable management. So there's my cable management, which you can see is very, very clean with this closed like so. And then if I was to throw the back on, you can actually see with the perforation of the back and stuff like that, it's very, very straightforward. You don't see any of the other cables, and then at the same time, it looks clean all the way across. But yeah, in terms of the other thing too, is that just kind of a pain is this little swing door. The good thing is you can remove this and take it out during your build and then reattach it afterwards. But I will say that's kind of a 411 and like a full walkthrough of the Montech King, and it should give you a pretty good idea, like if you're looking for a solid case to put in something like a 14.7 or even something like a 14.9 or whatever it was, this is a great case to kind of look at. So yeah, and then somebody's saying, what did somebody say? ATX, yeah, ATX PSU. You do have room for 3.5 inch hard drives, and then it also has an option down at the bottom to actually put, you can replace the bottom fans if you wanted to, and it's got 3 hard drive trays. So if you wanted to do something like a 5-bay NAS with big 3.5 inch drives, you could actually build that in this case as well. But let me put it back together, we'll plug it in, and then we'll start checking out the build and the performance. Question is, does it have a GPU support bracket? No, it does not. That is something it did not include, which is a little bit of a miss, given everything else that they did think of. So.
But don't usually, I mean, I bought a GPU, but one of the big ones. But they come with a support. I mean, at least that one came with a support. Not
Yes.
so
Yes.
but not all of them do, or they do.
No, and one of the things that I will say, one of our favorites is these are the newest wings, and they're pretty inexpensive on Amazon right now. These actually end up being pretty straightforward. The best thing about them is they can just fit in the middle part of a fan like this. And then a lot of them, and they have them in both a small and big, that you can use to basically support your GPU, which ends up being really, really straightforward. So you can see these can expand quite a bit. So if I really did have GPU sag, you just pop that right there underneath and then support it up. So again, these are pretty inexpensive, so if you're looking for a good GPU support bracket. And then they have them in both black and like silver. So there you go, like there. Now our GPU is supported, and it looks like it matches the build all up. So some really, really good options if you're looking for something inexpensive. And I'll get a link to that down in the description if you want to find one of them. They're not hard to do. Any other questions that you saw, Sarah, or some other questions that people had?
Yeah, so I think the most common questions, I think some of these you addressed, which was, what are your suggestions for cooling needs?
Yep.
So can you do air cool, or your recommendations for AIO sizes?
Yep, and so I talked a little bit about that. So AIO size on a 14.7, as long as you keep it at Intel stock settings, which I'll show you a little bit in the BIOS here in a minute, you can do it with a 240 millimeter AIO. So if you wanted to do like a small form factor 14.7, you could do that. If for air cooling, you can keep it at 250 watts. You need something that has a 250 watt TDP. That's things like the Dark Rock Elite, the new one that just came out from Be Quiet. You could also use something like the new A15, the A115 from Corsair, or you can use the MA824 Stealth from Cooler Master, or the DH15. But again, you really need to make sure that you have really good airflow, quality fans, because if you're pushing it, you're gonna see some of that struggle. But for gaming, those are going to be absolutely no problem. You're probably going to see temps maybe in the high 70s when you're gaming on a 14.7. So,
Robey, should I put on my glasses before you turn that on?
Before,
make sure.
Yeah, just to make sure. Wow, that's a lot of confidence right there.
No, because I'm just waiting because I think the whole chat and me are going to expect it to go like, all the RGB goes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so for those who are Robeytech fans who saw, we actually built this live on stream yesterday. This is a bright boy. I will agree. It is definitely a bright PC with all the RGB you're going to see, but let's get it turned on and then we'll show you guys some benchmarks and we can talk about some of the tools that you have because we have a 360 millimeter AI on this. You do have some room to do some overclocking if you really wanted to. But especially if you were going to do just something like gaming, but yeah, or you could have fun and just let the motherboard basically play with it. So, okay, let's get this plugged in here. Ugh. Scoot this over a bit. Okay, guys, yeah, you might want to put on some eye protection, some eyewear.
Wait, one question: Am I gonna get flashed like the Men in Black?
I don't know. I hope not.
Oh, we lost the signal, Robey.
I did. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay. Well, let's see if the main one goes. Okay. Sometimes that gets weird.
There we go. You're back.
I'm back. I don't know why I went away, but yeah. It didn't did it say it overheated? Oh. You know what? Honestly, no, because the camera's still on, so I can see that. But something you guys reminded me I need to do real quick is bring in my airflow fan for my studio, because sometimes it does get a little warm in here. Okay.
Actually, that's a good idea.
But we got it going now. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's get this turned on. I'm gonna grab our connection so you guys can see it. Ugh. Okay.
So Alex, maybe you can help on this one too while
Yeah.
we're waiting for
Go for
Robey.
it.
Another one of the questions is for those that are looking to do a 14700K build, what's the ideal motherboard and RAM configuration to get the most out of that CPU?
Well, if you're getting a K, you definitely want to look for a motherboard that is Z, so you can actually take advantage of the overclocking if you want to overclock or the undervolting, depending on you want to do. The pairing of the memory actually will depend on what you want to do, and that means if like you're more in the content creation and doing a lot of video editing or things like that, then you'll definitely want to go high on the RAM, right? Because you have to load all those projects into RAM to call them back to do like video playback and things like that. For gaming, definitely start a 60 gigabits of RAM. You can do 2 sticks of 8. That would be good. So this is a good place to start.
I will say nowadays with DDR5 being as inexpensive as it is,
That's true.
you know what I mean, going to DDR5, I mean, you can do DDR4, and the good thing is with Intel, you actually still have the option, but DDR5 is almost the same price as DDR4, and most of those are 32 gigs, which is actually, which is a good thing, because there are games like Flight Sim and others that now are requiring more and more RAM. But yeah, Alex is right. You could do 16, but jumping to 32 is not going to kill you. And the difference between 16 and 32 in DDR5 is not that big of a difference. It's worth just spending the extra $10 to go up to 32 gigs. So there we go. So there is the build on. As you can see, very, very pretty. It's an attractive build, right?
I can't see. I'm sorry. It's all bright.
I think this might be one of my favorite Panda builds. This looks really good.
And we wanted to play with the blockiness. You know, again, obviously the show is not about the 4070 Super FE, but again, I wanted to play with like the angles. There's a lot of blockiness in the Z690 and ZXT case, so I wanted to do something that kind of popped a little. You could throw like, you know, a tough 4080 or tough 4070 Super or whatever in there, and that's the all white if you wanted an alternative and didn't want to go with this. But again, I wanted to play with making the cards stick out a little bit, and then playing with the black and the white, which I thought was cool. So.
I like it.
Okay, so let's bring it into here. So we're actually now inside of the system itself. So this is, we've got Windows all set up. So you guys wanted to ask, hey, Robey, well, what is performance like? And we'll show you both thermal performance and gameplay performance with a 14.7. Right now, what we have is this one is going to run at 253-ish watts. And we'll show you what temps are like when we essentially do that. Now, if you are going to be doing high payload and stuff like that, the one thing that I have it set, there's 2 different settings that you have to worry about from a gaming standpoint. The first one that I definitely like to talk about is with, you know, if I want to keep this cool. So again, what you're going to see me do is I'm going to go ahead and change my cooling profile. So I'm going to go to my fans here. I'm going to change my cooling profile. And then obviously for this, because I'm really going to push it, I want to make sure it's extreme. So I'm trying to keep, I don't want to have heat burst, right? Which is mean it's going to all of a sudden pop up, and then you're going to have the AIO try and keep up. So I'm just going to set it up to extreme here, so that way it does run at full speed. We're going to set this to a 10-minute duration, run that multi-core, and then you're going to be able to see here. So the temperatures, here's your P cores and E cores. You can see it's jumping up to 250-ish watts. You're going to see this sit 80. It'll get up into the high 80s here pretty quick. But again, there you go, 250 watts, which is that nice, really nice Intel setting here. And again, what I have is I now have headroom here because you're seeing with our temps sitting at 80, and then we're hitting 5.5 on some cores, 5.4, 5.5, and then 5.3, 5.2 on all our P cores, and our E cores are sitting at 4.2 gigahertz. The thing I like about a 360 millimeter AIO, we have a lot of room to kind of play with. Now, I told you could do a 240 millimeter, but again, just giving you an idea. But obviously, you've got fan noise. You guys can hear that a little bit when you're doing some work like this.
Actually, I can't hear it, so it's good.
Okay, well, it's there. Water temp, somebody asked. I can check that at IQ. I don't think they have that in here. So looking at our water temp here. Come on. It does, you know, it's funny. It's not. It doesn't. I probably have to add that sensor in here. I don't know what our water temp is right now, but I just know what our core temperature is. So usually, if I had the LCD would actually read it on there. But I'm guessing if I was going to guess, the water temp right here, especially when we're getting closer to equilibrium, would probably start to get into the mid to low 80s, right? And probably drop as it goes to the AIO into the 60s. So, because again, 360 with these particular fans is going to cool the water off quite a bit. So, yeah, Org is like, yeah, the QX fans are good, but they are a little bit louder. And again, this is giving you an idea. And like I said, we're going to get into the high 80s, maybe into the 90s, but for the most part, this cooler does a really good job of keeping the 14700K at a nice temperature. So that is, if you were going to do some load work, specifically some rendering, all that sort of stuff, that would give you an idea what it's like. When we get to gaming, it's not going to be anything like that at all. So let's go ahead and check out some games here. So we're going to stop it in. We're going to load up MSI Afterburner. Now, with MSI Afterburner, what I'm going to kind of show you guys is you guys are going to see stuff like you're going to see clocks. You're going to see temperatures. You're going to see them for both the CPU and the GPU. The other thing too is we're also going to show you frame time and then and frames per second as well. So you guys will get a good idea of if I pair a 4070 Super with a 14700K and you wanted to spend, you know, somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500. Here's what you'd see for the performance. Now, somebody asked, hey, what are the parts again? Just real quick. The parts inside of the system you're seeing right now is an Intel Core i7 14700K. It's got an NZXT N7 Z790 white DDR5 motherboard. It's got 3 terabytes of NVMe storage, care of PNY. We have the Corsair Vengeance RGB 6000 megatransfer RAM at 32 gigs. We're using the Montech King 95. And then for the cooler, we're using the Corsair IQ Link H150i RGB, along with their QX120 fans and QX140 fans. And then for the power supply, we're using an 850 watt Asus TUF. They're brand new gold with those really nice cables for the PSU. So let's take a look at some gaming here. And we're gonna play a game that I need. This is just to keep Alex honest. We're going to start with some Assassin's Creed Mirage, because a certain person I know is supposed to be playing a lot of that right now.
As he disappears.
As he disappears. We do have, hey, Leonard, we have the frame time graph set as well. Yeah, you'll see that.
Yes, I'm still working on it. And hey, I had to take time to draw my bus. Draw my bus.
Draw your bus. I thought you were like, drive your bus. I was like, uh-oh, is there a career change we don't know about, Alex?
Yeah, you never know nowadays. I thought you guys liked my bus.
I thought you liked my bus. Oh, that's something I need to change real quick because I don't need to anymore. Let's go to my cooling here because I don't need to do this for cooling now. We can set these all back down to balanced. There we go. Okay. Waiting for Assassin's Creed to pop up here. Okay, sorry, it's still loading up here real quick, guys.
Oh.
Can take some time. Sometimes I also do stuff like when I do IQ and stuff like that. Okay, so there you can see, there's our frame time graph. We got all of our temperatures. You can see our 14.7 right now is sitting nice and at a very cool 48 degrees with our 4070 Super at 33. We are playing at 1440p, which is ideal for this hardware combination. For the most part, for PC gaming, I don't usually recommend people jumping up to 4K. 1440p is, I just feel like from a length of hardware and how long something's gonna last, this is definitely going to be a better, more reasonable option for people. And all in all, like, you know, most, in terms of your gaming and stuff like that, you're gonna have an amazing game experience and be able to do things like easily, basically, push those ultra settings longer.
Sorry,
God,
you said
background music? What do you mean, devil to you?
Oh,
Okay, Warren,
is that a
we're gonna
suggestion?
get into some game right now. Okay, people are like, you're just in the menu. I'm like, okay, calm down.
Hold on.
Okay,
It's like-
no, I'm not in the menu.
You know, you said 45 degrees, and in my mind just went, you are. Even though that's not the right song or band, but we're band.
Okay, so we're playing ultra settings right now. Now, the one thing that's really actually nice about XeSS is that XeSS is GPU agnostic, so I don't actually need to change to DLSS or anything like that when I play Assassin's Creed. And a lot of times it will tell you, play with your different visual settings, because all in all, more than likely, you might actually end up seeing in certain cases better performance based on how games optimize with one upscaling technology versus the other. Obviously, Intel had a lot to do with the performance and development of Assassin's Creed Mirage. So in this case, checking XeSS on top of your GPU's more native might not actually be a bad idea. But you're seeing here, we're running around, CPU temp is in the 60s, GPU temp's in the 50s, and we're pulling a nice 133 plus frames per second. Look at that frame time, less than 10 milliseconds for the most part. And yeah, no issue whatsoever in terms of being able to play this game at this resolution at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since we were talking about ARGPU, so actually this week they just launched the latest driver. So if you guys have an ARGPU, go check it out. There's some improvements that were done to a couple of different games. So yeah, keep an eye out on that and let us know.
Oh, for background music, guys, because we're doing this, the only reason we're doing it is because we're talking about, don't worry, background music will be back. There is usually background music playing, but right now we're just showing gameplay and stuff, so I want you to be able to hear it and stuff like that. Trying to see if there's any other questions. Seems to lag on there. Well, some of that actually might be the capture lag, but for the most part, there's no lag here, guys. I mean, you can look at the frame time. We're not seeing any lag in frame time or anything like that. So you're not, all in all, the one thing that's always hard about showing games when you're doing streams, and the other two is we are getting some vertical tearing. That's because we don't play with VSync. We want to basically push the frame rate as high as we can. So we're not going to limit it or anything like that. So some of that might just be because of when you're seeing compression and everything else. But yeah, there you go. There's Assassin's Creed at 1440p Ultra, just to basically show you guys that this is what we're doing.
So there was a question talking about if it's the game running on the E-cores. Actually, that all depends on the scheduler. So in the OS, the gaming, and the thread director, they are the ones who select which cores will the game land on. Now, we have developed the advanced, oh my god, the APO, hold on. Too many acronyms. You guys are gonna correct me here on a minute here in the chat. Sorry, Robey, go ahead.
No, just, and then again, you guys are seeing here, this is what your average, your min, your max in terms of frames and stuff like that. So that's something that's actually really cool about Assassin's Creed, is it actually shows you where things are in the last 30 seconds of gameplay, which is actually pretty neat. So that's Assassin's Creed. I think we can move on and show the next game as well. If there are any questions, you see any questions or stuff like that, Sarah, that people are asking?
No, I think we're covering them as they're coming in.
Oh, good. Hey, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is Thread Director? Thread Director is it's hardware and software put together to decide that the workload the workload that we have and that we're doing, where it will be better executed. It will be better executed in a P core, or will be better executed in an E core, depending on algorithms judging on how heavy it is, or what is the need, or if it is actually being used by the user.
Okay, so we're going to auto detect. We're going to check out some ROBO Cop, which is another game that I've actually spent a lot of time playing. The main reason I'm doing this is because there's a reason, right? There's a reason, right, Sarah? Because some new stuff has just come out for this.
Yeah, I heard they're coming out with some new game enhancements. So if you guys liked it when we played, there are going to be some new weapon selections, and it looks like there was a couple of things in the original release that are getting fixed in this new update.
Is the CRT monitor now going to be like you can start with that? I'm kidding. I love that. You can just grab this heavy monitors, just chuck them on people. That we had so much fun. That was playing that on with all you guys. It was so much fun. I laughed a lot.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to show you guys some ROBO Cop again, giving you an idea in terms of what it is. I'll need to make sure V-Sync's off because that's one of the things that I always mess with.
Yeah. Yep.
This game actually can push quite this game's actually can be relatively demanding. I'm running this raw, no upscaling at all. So I just want to give you an idea in terms of raw gameplay, and then we'll throw on some upscaling. So we're running at 60 frames per second, just raw here, getting into the 60s, but really kind of pushing it.
It's Friday Raw with Robey and Emma.
Just look who it is.
Okay, so now we can take a look at this. Let's go ahead and throw in some upscaling technology just to show it off. We're going to set it to balance. Remember, guys, quality is 1080p, balance is 1440p, performance is 4K, ultra performance is for 8K. So if you're ever wondering, hey, do you need to turn that stuff on? That's what that essentially means. Okay, and then you're seeing now we're jumping into the 90 to 100 frame rate space. So again, we're using AI. Wow, where did AI come from?
Get him. There it is. Yeah, duck and cover. Down for all cover.
Yeah, basically, let's do this.
Hey there. Oh. Shooting at me.
Dead. Got him. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going inside. I'm gonna take care of it this way. Oh, that dude's head exploded.
Oh, another dude. Oh. And yes.
Here we go. I got some more ammo now. Ooh, we can go to an assault rifle.
Oh yeah. Oh, going from the Uzi to
okay, there we go. Let's use the assault rifle. Let's have some fun here. But again, 90 to 94. You can see our temps, like performance-wise and stuff like that. We're actually doing pretty well. 100 plus frames per second at times. So. That dude just blew up. So.
You know, Robey, here's a challenge.
Here's a challenge? What's that?
Punch. Go punch someone.
Oh,
that does almost.
Sure, for sure. Let's do it.
Super punch.
Fun stuff.
There it is. No, get him! Get him! Oh!
Just smack him or shoot him?
Oh, dude, yeah, well, it's just better to punch him. So there you go.
Yeah.
There is this is ROBO Cop, which again, I think a lot of people don't know, but it's actually quite a demanding game. We have a lot of technology that they kind of threw into it, and then it's a game that continues to get updated, which is actually pretty neat. So. And then I wanted to show one last game, and then we're going to kick off. We're going to get to our gameplay session. But I wanted to show a little bit of the game that we're going to play today, and we're just going to play it on this system. But, you know, I want to make sure that we show it in the right way, because, you know, that's the right thing to do, right? Sarah, you want to basically make sure that when you debut a new game on the Intel Live show, that people get to see it in the best way possible. So we figured, you know, for a game that has done so well, we'd show off their little accolade trailer that kind of shows you and introduces you to the game we are about to play in just a couple seconds, guys. So without any further ado, meet Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia. Nice.
Okay, so let's go and pop in here. We're going to bring up some Prince of Persia. And then while we're doing that, you know what that means, guys. That means that we are going to get ready for we're going to be getting ready for some Alex gameplay. I mean, Alex cosplay, which makes everybody happy. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm expecting nothing but epic because he's been getting better and better as the weeks go on, and the costumes have been getting more and more elaborate, and the budget's more and more impressive thanks to Sarah. And we're gonna have a whole changing room just in our new HQ, right, Sarah? Wasn't that the plan?
Oh, I think he needs his own dressing center. Yeah.
His own dressing center.
How many times are you and I almost speechless when he comes back on stream?
It's pretty,
Just like
pretty heavily, right? I have to say.
We get to see it right along with you guys. It's not like we get a preview. I mean, the facial hair this week was about the only hint we got. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's go here we go. So we're back into it. Let's go ahead and launch up some Prince of Persia. And you guys, could you guys hear the sound from the games and stuff like that? We just want to make sure you guys can hear sound and everything. So, yeah, he's keeping an independent costume shop in the Black org. Okay, good. Okay, just wanted to make sure that you guys can see that stuff. And you can see gameplay numbers and all that sort of stuff. So this is Prince of Persia, which, you know, it's funny. The first time I kind of checked it out, I didn't, with the intro, and I'm going to play through the intro and kind of give you guys an intro into the story and everything else so you guys get an idea of what the game is about. But understand that when you see this intro, it's not indicative of what gameplay is like later on. So if you have a vibe or an expectation of what Prince of Persia is, then understand that it still holds true to the gameplay for sure. So.
now, have you played any of the other games?
Yes.
In this franchise? Okay, so how did you like this one compared to the others? Because I know that there's always like fight and combat scenes when it comes to 3D games versus the 2D viewpoint. Like, how did you find this?
So this game, so it's funny, at the beginning, as you can see, there's not a lot of, I just want to let you guys know, there's not a ton of graphical options here. It's basically like, choose your Ultra or anything like that. And then the one thing is just, I don't even actually think, do they have? Oh, we're going to turn VSync off. So we'll say FPS limit is unlimited. And then outside of that, there's not much else. Okay, so to answer your question, this doesn't, I have to save in the cloud. Okay, well, never mind. Well, that's okay. So there's two different versions. I want to answer your question. So when I started playing the beginning, sorry, Sarah. When I started playing the beginning, I thought it was going to be different than the other ones. But then once I got into like the mid part of the gameplay where Alex is going to take over for me, then it became classic Prince of Persia. I like this one. I like more because I love Metroidvania games. For people who don't know what Metroidvania means, it means Metroid and Castlevania, which was the whole thing is that there are parts of the level you can't get to until you get new abilities, and then those new abilities allow you to explore more of the map. So I love those type of games, and this game has embraced Metroidvania in a lot of ways. So yeah, I like this as much as I like the other ones. I'm gonna do Warrior, but you can go all the way up to Insane, so yeah.
No, it's great to hear your feedback because I think that's what I've been reading in a lot of reviews is that if you like the original series going all the way back to, you know, the roots in the late 1980s, that you're really going to like this version.
Yes. And this embraces that plus playing with the formula in the best way.
From Persepolis, the Kushans, bloodthirsty warriors from the east, were attacking Persia.
So letting you guys get a little bit of intro here as we're showing the game. I'm glad you guys like the system too. We wanted to showcase, like when we show systems that, you know, are good pairings, we want to make sure that you guys, like when you game audio loud, okay, when we show you good, you guys have complained about it in the past, so like, I'm sorry, I try to find the right one.
Ardashir resisted.
Okay, I've turned it down.
But his men fell one by one. Anahita summoned her remaining strength in battle.
So is that, you know, it's a system that you're excited about, right? Like we don't want to just, yeah.
For you, Vishka,
that, you know, when we put the combinations together, it's a game. It's not only a PC that just is like parts, but it's a PC that also looks really nice.
Until Until history.
Have you
took
seen
a
this at all, Sarah?
different Turn.
I haven't.
So Sarah's getting her Prince of
The
Persia
7
fixed for the
immortals
first time.
were the best warriors in the kingdom.
I do like the art style too.
One of them would become a legend.
Okay, so here's the game.
Onward, immortals! Anahita!
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Save Persepolis. I trained you for this. I will go help my
And
wounded
guys, we are
warriors.
giving away copies of the game and all that sort of stuff too, so please stand by. Gotta go, there we go, slide. Oops. Oops.
Be on your guard! It's the reservoir!
Oh, the combat's so pretty.
Yeah, it is. And the colors, there's a lot of color options and stuff. Like, it's visually, it's also fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of you will leave here alive.
Now, unlike the other games, this one is following Persian, kind of a history storyline.
Yes. Whoops. I should carry more. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how this links up in terms of the rest of the, like, the other Prince of Persia stories. This guy doesn't look at all like Jake Gyllenhaal. No, he does not.
Rain of fire! Keep running, Sargon! We must eliminate those Kushan archers. Leave it to me!
And I have a feeling something's going to happen to those other characters, but I'm not sure, you know? Ooh, ow. That dude just, like, shot me. What a not nice dude.
Don't look like it slowed you down a lot.
I'll get out of your way so you can catch up!
Oh, he died fast. I think they're all dead. Nope, there's one more. Oh, dang. I need to get me some of them arrows that blow up giant... that blow up giant logs. Whoa, hello. Why don't you... don't be mean to me. Don't you know who I am? Oh, he's dead.
Okay, so I got a new respect point. Oh,
You almost ready?
have a new yeah, I'm almost there.
Let me know when you're... let me know when it's time to debut you.
Let me try my poses. My war poses.
Give me the countdown.
Sure. 3.
Okay, ready, set. Okay, Alex, you're full screen. Let's do it.
I'm full screen.
You're full screen. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, Sarah, that was not quite the enthusiasm I was expecting out of Sarah. Sarah was like, wow.
No, I'm so impressed that every week, like, I don't know what to say when he comes on screen.
It was a lot. I was like, I had the gauntlets, the swords, actually. Swords,
Put a lot
look
into
at
that.
Look at that.
The armor, the weaponry, like.
Oh, look at that. Like, he's even got it, like, tied on the back. Did any of your family members have to help you?
Can I have to answer that question? Yes.
Impressive, most impressive. That, you know what? Honestly, I have to say, dude, you did a really good job. You know what makes it though, Alex? The beard.
It really does.
The beard is what gets it going in there. Alex grew hair. This is what Alex looks like with hair. I don't know, man. It's almost like, dude, I'm gonna say, like, if they're looking to make a Prince of Persia movie, they may have their next hero right there.
The next stunt double, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you're the whole meal deal there, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I was the wig. I found something like that, try to make it work, but yeah.
I think you did good. I mean, looking at, like, the good thing is like, here, let's do this. Here we go. Let's go to.
Yeah, look,
this is you next to the character. So there we go. Like, look, he's even got like the hairs to the right. I mean, you're wearing a little bit more, but that's because we're a family-friendly show, right? So you're wearing a little bit more and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, for the most part, it fits, right? Like, you did a good job, Alex.
It works. It works.
It works, yeah, for sure. It's the same guy. Yep, everybody agrees. It's the same person between the two. Absolutely, they're the exact same person. Like, if I was looking at this and thinking, you know what? Honestly, I didn't know they had a person who looked just like the person from Prince of Persia, just chilling here at the Intel Live show.
Intel Live, yeah, that's what we're doing. Did you know? So it's.
Oh my
did you
gosh.
talk about the Immortals?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you talk about because his friends are called the Immortals, and they're actually based on the king's elite guard, the Persian elite guard back in the days. And the reason they're called Immortals is because they were 10,000 soldiers that were the elite guard.
Right.
And if someone died or left, then someone else would replace it. So it seemed like they never died because it was always 10,000. So that's what they were. I mean, besides being the elite forces, that's where they were called Immortals.
I did not know that.
Watch out, Saga!
Fun fact of the day. I was because I started playing last night Immortals, and I was like, oh wait, this sounds very familiar. Besides 300, but I was watching a documentary on the Ottoman Empire, and they had the Janissaries, which is kind of the same thing, also an elite group of warriors that also they're the king's private bodyguard. And I was getting a little bit confused on that.
I like how you were watching a documentary in the Ottoman Empire, and I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta.
And that's why you two compliment each other so much.
Exactly. Oh, we're in the wrong one. That's why.
I'm just kidding. I really was not watching Real. I was not. So, just to be super clear, it just was funny.
It was funny.
Hide from me.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I think the new emoji has hit Discord.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you guys.
I like how people are like the collection that they have is starting to get a little ridiculous.
We're up to 13, so I think we're beyond even a calendar at this point.
Calendar with a special edition of the because calendar's going to like January of the next year. So
I think we need to figure out which ones might make it onto another
I think what we need is like, maybe we make a PalWorld, but it's just Alex's cosplay.
Every week it's a different character.
Hey, I can give him the rights, yeah, a little bit of change, and we'll be good. February counts as 2.
Oh.
I'm just trying to get a fire. Yeah. Not really. It's okay.
We're just gonna get to the point.
Get him. Nice.
I can never parry this dude's stuff.
It's hard. It was hard.
I mean, he's not. I mean, you just gotta not be. Oop, you just gotta not be near him, and that's like usually the best way. Oop.
Yeah, usually what it did is like, yeah, I tried like you just did. You try to go underneath him, or try to like slide underneath
It
him.
was actually like, I
But
have to say, for a first boss, like I was like, okay,
It's-
this was actually like a little bit of a challenge.
This one and what's it called? Armored Core.
Oh, dude, that one I never finished.
Jeez, that
That
guy
was like
was
that was
rough.
like proof that I was like not the gamer that you are.
Well, to be in your defense, you were doing it live with the pressure of trying to get it, so that was different. Yeah, the beard does tie it all together, you know, just like the dude.
There we go. Boss down.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Philinix.
Has come for you.
Oh, somebody's saying, great. That's what I like to hear. He says some of the later bosses are even harder. Great. That's what I like to hear.
Great.
That's what we need, right, Alex?
Yeah, I was fine. Well, you and I are in the same place, but I don't know what the spoilers. But there was another boss in there that it was not as difficult as this one, but still a little challenging.
So we're gonna play up until when the game kind of starts is when I'm gonna play, and then we're gonna have Alex kind of take over, and he will show you further in what the gameplay is like a little further on. So we just want to make sure we get an intro to the story as to what's this guy's motivation. See, the thing is some people think that really what this is about is that this prince wants to be on the Intel live show and he's just trying to impress Sarah, but that's actually not true. That's not what this game's about at all. So it actually, there's a whole nother motivation. So I want to make sure we set the record straight that not everybody just wants to be on our show. Right, Alex?
Nope. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I was grabbing my
Doesn't
sword.
mean it's not a compelling, thing to try to achieve.
Dang, Sarah.
Accept this royal sash as a token of our gratitude.
Sargon, the Rashabar, the black wind that destroys all in his path.
I didn't choose that name.
You need not worry. I do not attack.
Yes, I do have a lot of cosplay costumes that you're going to start to see me, and I apologize beforehand, but I'm going to start recycling a bit. I mean, I'm going to try to make it as different as everybody, but but there's some stuff that you can reuse. It's like, oh, this goes well with this. But yeah, it's definitely going to be mix and match. There's still going to be new stuff, because, I mean, if it's a Pikachu, then it's not like I can wear this for a Pikachu.
Yeah, the thing that's hard, right, is like it's gonna some of the stuff you'll be able to recycle, but like there's other things that like it might be hard.
Yeah, there's stuff that I need to go get.
We're just starting. We have a lot of games. We have a lot of games to play.
We owe this victory to
Games.
Watch out. The Rashabar
ROBO Cop with dreadlocks win.
Oh, dude, I kind of need to see that.
Such stories. I've seen your contribution in battle. That is all that matters to me.
Your name brings hope to Persia and is feared by the enemy.
Rest
Oh,
of Pikachu.
Kratos. Yeah, we'll have to see if that's something we'll be able to play at
Kratos,
some point
yes.
in the future.
Yeah, Kratos will be definitely a cool one to do.
But fate has spoken.
I like
and I
Kratos.
must
Actually, I like that
accept
game a lot. I haven't played it forever, or the latest
General
ones, but
Anahita taught you how to fight, didn't she?
I don't know, Alex.
wish I
Are you
had
starting
that
to rethink your future now that you're now a cosplay superstar?
Without her, I wouldn't have joined the Immortals.
I like it, but man, it's stressful.
Sounds like something-
And the problem is I think I created a monster. Because now the expectations of all you guys in the chat is like, oh, he better deliver. He better deliver.
Maybe next
So-
time, maybe what you should do is you should go a little lower and then like maybe just put a stick on your head that says dressed as Prince of Persia.
Yeah, might have to do that one day. But yeah, it's fun, but it's stressful. It is a little stressful because you know expectations are set high. So
They said make sure they're like you found your true calling according to chat right now.
This is what I was meant to do.
Plus cosplay.
Oh, can you imagine me going to like?
Kerba, do you guys want to see me? I thought showcasing the PC. I think the PC looks better than me, if I'm honest. So I was keeping the screen on that. If you guys want me to put myself in there, let me know. We'll let it be a vote.
Thousands died on the battlefield.
I mean, I'm not
But
dressed like
Persia is
Alex. I don't look as
barely
good.
Surviving. The Kashan will surely come back.
Yeah, so it was funny because I was putting all this stuff on, but I never I tried it individually, all the pieces individually, but I never put it all try it on all together. And then I was like, wait, this is not supposed to be first. This is second. This is third. So that's why it took a little longer.
The warrior
And then I got all the little necklaces.
At the end of my blade.
I did a little bit of research, man, just to try to get like I was looking for the right necklace that he has, or I could have made it, but
I have other matters to attend to.
don't worry, guys. Robey's gonna have cosplay. Just gotta be a little patient. There is cosplay coming in for Robey.
And I did actually cosplay one time. I went as Hogwarts when I played. So
Yes, you did.
I did. Yeah, so I will. Once we get to, okay, so this is where you start to see more of the classic Prince of Persia right here. So it's just giving you a hint that there is stuff coming.
I really love that about this game when I was playing last night and I got a little bit further along. It's like, oh, this feels. I mean, I played Prince of Persia Sands of Time, and I know it was a lot of fun, but just playing this one, once you get to the next level, the next stage you're gonna get, it really felt like the original back when it was. I'm gonna date myself, but yeah, it was just like 2 colors and the CRT monitor, and it was difficult to jump.
Wow, Alex. Okay. I wasn't ready for you to go that far back. he was going all the way. He was like,
oh yeah.
He took everything from his mum, that's all.
Alright, you are really not her type.
Whose type?
The kid finally decided to join us.
The hero of the day. The Queen's new protege.
So just giving you a little story. Sorry, guys. We want to make sure you get kind of the whole thing. So you're getting an idea of who these guys are.
Swords to become a satrap.
Laugh all you want.
That guy's kind of cocky, Alex. You know.
Yeah, the big guy with the double. Well, he's wielding a double anchor.
We needed a general tonight.
Well, actually, yeah. I hope he gets a little bit more humble. He will across the game, but he's pretty cocky, but the dude that impressed me is the big guy over there with the double. My weapon of choice.
Look at the size of the locks of his hair.
Yeah, look at his weapon. It's 2 bow anchors.
Keep it up, and maybe one day you'll take on a real challenge like me.
You just don't want to get your ass kicked in front of an audience.
Hold on one sec, guys. There we go. So you guys can actually see me now. People were asking. I'll put it back in. Okay.
Keep dreaming, kid. Go see Nate. She's waiting for you.
Was Farum still with
you? Yes, 4 colors and amber monitor. Yeah, those were the days.
So there. Must be collecting our payment.
The double blade arch. Excellent. So
yeah, I need to get me one of those. Guys, we'll talk about the CPU giveaway. Don't worry, it's coming, but it'll be near the end of the stream, guys.
I'm trying to stay humble.
So we'll give away a 14-7. We've given away some. What have we given away so far, Sarah?
Sounds like Anahita set your head straight.
We have given away a couple of swag kits, and we have also given away a handful of game codes.
Okay, so we still have the 14-7 that we're going to be giving away. Thanks, Araxis.
One of our own eliminated the Kashan General.
And guys, be clear. Make sure that you're a member of intel.gg, sorry, discord.gg/intel. Go join, especially for the 14-7, because regardless, you're going to need to make sure that you are a member there for all of you do your for the entering and doing the giveaways. That's critical for these. So this is part of Intel Live. Head over. You have to be a member of Discord to be eligible to win these things. So make sure. And some of those giveaways happen on Discord, so get over there now, right? You want to be on all the channels.
This is cute, but can we go celebrate now? Our usual
All the channels all the time, everywhere.
Do it
everywhere.
now. Get to the chopper.
Yeah. The
Okay, here we
government.
go. This is the story. It's starting.
Hassan has been kidnapped.
Kidnappers? They must still be in the palace.
So for those who are just tuning in,
You may be the last to have spoken to.
So
gonna
now
do a
you're getting the
recount?
prince who gave you like the sash has now been stolen. Oh, sorry, kidnapped. He hasn't been. Well, I guess it's still stolen. Okay, so here we
splitting
go.
hairs here.
Anahita's guards.
Go, go, go. Super speed. Oh no. Oh, look at that. He's a master.
Yeah, I do know that a lot of times, like people, if you want to rush, it's better to just like to wait out the combat. That has a tendency to be a better. Okay. This is where you get your superpower.
Yes, the first superpower. Look at him, look at him. Oh.
The giveaways are also on Twitch too. They've been doing some stuff on Twitch too. That's a pretty.
Can
cool,
I do that
that's a pretty
slide?
Cool kill.
I can probably do the slide. I think I can do the slide. It will surprise you. I can do a little bit of things here and there for such a cosplay guy. I do play soccer, so sliding is not an issue. Oh, look at that. Two at a time and not even a scratch.
Actually, I did take a scratch.
This is improv, Robey. You just wrong.
Oh man.
Actually, I apologize. It's not soccer. It's football. But yes, it's a great sport.
I don't know. Can you parry the daggers?
I think you can, but the timing. I'm still getting used to the parry timing. And at the beginning, it lets you choose like what mode you want. Let's look at the story before I keep chatting up.
I wasn't planning on killing you, Sargon. Stay out.
No,
of
you
this.
stay out of this.
Move out of my way.
No, you. Well,
She's a
Fun
betrayer,
fact.
Alex.
but you know that she raised him.
Yeah, I know. That's the part that's weird. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Like, this was like I was not ready for this kind of intrigue and betrayal right at the beginning of the game.
Well, now you have to finish the game to know what
Still a
really happened.
child.
You see? It's a good hook. It's a good.
Yeah,
and it's,
like
I mean,
you finished-
besides being
like you finished Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah, so about them football coming on this weekend. Yeah, we got four great teams facing each other on Sunday. Yes, ouch is right. I need to finish that. I think I'm halfway through. Yeah, this guy was interesting.
Yeah,
because
that was interesting, and you gotta watch out for his. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
for
I forgot
his-
to heal.
yeah, you heal and ooh.
Well, you
It's
started-
okay. It's okay. Yeah, you start there. Yeah. The parry on this guy.
Oh no.
Oh, get him. Just stay away. Go back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Me here, Oh, backseat driving you. If the boss wins, CPUs worldwide. Oh, nice! Good job. Look at that. Okay, you can stabby. Yeah, get him! Yes. Oh, nice! There you go. Meister. He cannot only do great cable management, he's also a great video game player.
Sargon, who was it? I thought I recognized Anahita.
Yes, she is. Without a doubt.
Barum, gather your forces.
And there's like a
You
whole
are to
history
leave
with
for
Mount
Mount
Koth and all this
at
sort of
once in
stuff,
search of
right?
Prince Hassan. Ardashir's
Yes,
soldiers
yes.
are
There's a
already on
whole
the way.
story on
We will
Mount
help
Koth
them.
and
Okay,
and how
guys,
is the-
giveaway for the 14700K is happening now over at Intel's Discord. Get on over there. You got time. You head on over to discord.gg/Intel if you want to get in on that giveaway. It's happening right now.
right meow. Just right
How much
meow.
time do they have?
It's going on right now. That's a good question.
So we're almost to the point where Alex is
15
going to take
minutes.
over here.
They got 15 minutes.
You got 15 minutes to get in on that giveaway, guys. Head it over to discord.gg/. Somebody asked, is it Canada? Is it US? Is it, oh, do we have confirmation? It's Intel. If you go to the main stage in the Discord, devil to
The
you.
old citadel.
Yeah, main stage in the chat.
Took Prince Hassan
It's
beyond-
You
US
go
only.
there.
I can't fathom why Anahita would do such a thing.
Sargon, you know her best.
Yeah, and the reason that it's US only, and we get all these questions a lot, and the thing is because, you know, each country has their own set of laws, so it is hard for us to make sure that we are in accordance with all the different laws of all the countries in the world.
And perhaps it has always been the
So yeah, that's why
as future kings and
it
queens.
makes it a little challenging for us to make it worldwide, but I hope you guys understand.
Pig Radio, as long as it ships to the US, I don't know why that would be an issue. That's fine.
But why kidnap Prince Hassan?
Just so you know, that person, no, it's, I don't remember what the thing. There might still be a 1099 for that person, though.
The gates to the Simorg temple only. She has lost her mind. She
So
will never
basically,
get
the
the
reason they
Simorg's
think that the
blessing
prince
like
got
that.
captured is because she
can't
wants
be
to
certain.
become the
After
queen,
all,
There's one
the,
thing
this,
Yes.
this person who
Prince
raised. So
Hassan
just to
is
give you
in
guys an
danger.
idea of what's
She will
happening
kill him
here.
once she has known.
Immortals, follow me. Let's help Ardashir and find Prince Hassan.
Wait for me here.
Or see.
Don't worry. I won't be long.
Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna get, so once I get to there's a little part where I'll get to the tree, and then we're gonna hand it off to Alex here. So Alex, you getting ready? You getting warmed up?
I am warmed up, ready to
Your time is
go.
coming up, my man.
It's coming up.
I got him ready for you. I was the opener. You're the
I'm the closer.
opening act.
Oh, I can't change that.
Most sacred of mountains.
Let's make sure this guy's running.
Been here before?
Yep, this guy's running.
No, but I've read about it. This place was once the site of King Darius's palace. Religion, medicine, astrology, geometry, algebra. All knowledge was gathered here. Mount Kaf was home to a great citadel of wisdom. The pride of all Persia.
And? What happened?
No one survived to tell the tale. And to think that Prince Hassan is caught up in all this. Who knows what might await us?
Yeah, I don't know what's the deal with this guy. He's an interesting character. He's the mystery character
Yeah,
of
the
all.
dude with
Well,
the
there's
eye?
two. There's two. Yeah, the eye. Like, tell me your story about the eye.
Yeah, why are you wearing half of a mask? Are you like the man with the mask but don't have quite all the mask yet? There's like a game that I was playing. Look at that floating thing. That's cool though.
Yeah, the
I'm a
huge statue.
warrior, not a seer.
Frozen as it falls.
So much history. So much history.
As if time
Yeah,
was
this game made me even more curious about. I mean,
Yeah,
the
I want to know.
Persian
Like this one
Empire
actually has
was
a story
huge.
that makes me want to finish it. I'm agreeing with you, Alex. There's nothing down here. I forgot.
You see, he already even knows that there's nothing there. This guy's done this before.
Stay sharp. Prince Hassan can't be far now.
Something is not right here. We must proceed with caution.
Sure, man, Elias. You can scurry from shadow to shadow like frightened
That guy's like,
vermin.
you're a wuss.
Serious or odd. There's a strange presence here. I can feel it too. There's only one way to find out.
Let's go then.
I love this part one day. I'll let you show.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get to the tree here pretty quick. Because I want to show some of the advanced gameplay.
Yes. Actually, yeah, I'm curious. What's the advanced gameplay?
You're gonna be the advanced gameplay.
Oh!
There's a Nuclear Cowboy. There is a thing that you click on. Scroll up, and you'll find it. Can we refresh the link on the Discord so people can find how to enter the giveaway, or are you allowed to repost it?
Let me try to refresh this one. This one for the giveaway.
Good luck, Dorian. There you go. Click on the giveaway bot. There you go.
Long dead, judging by the rot.
How is that possible? They left not long before us.
We need a bigger boat.
This is just telling you a lot of weirdness is about to happen. And now we're trapped.
We are not welcome here.
Stay on your guard. We will find the Prince and Anahita.
That lady is got some unique proportions.
We go east.
She is. Oh man, and she's not nice.
Yeah, she's not very nice. What if I need a companion? What if I just want to have somebody to talk to?
And, yeah, this was what I was fun. It's like, you're going on your own, buddy.
She's like, you can handle yourself. I got my own.
You do you.
And so now we have like undead.
Yeah. The zombies. Oh, look at that. Wait.
Why did that not parry? Oops. That would have been a good one to parry.
Oh, that one. Oh, that would have been, yeah.
I'm trying to learn the parry distance. Oh, let's heal. Oh, I'm not doing the right button. Robey.
Boom. There you go. Actually, I don't know. Do you know, does the game have a setting to limit adult language? I don't know. I gotta go check.
To limit what?
Check. The language. So like if you have little kids.
I do not. Oh, I do not know. You mean like so you don't curse?
Yeah.
Oh, so if you do that, oh, I didn't know that. If you do that, you actually,
I missed that.
When you basically do one of those killer, like the
yeah?
powerful ones, you actually heal.
Oh, it's a double win. If you nail it.
Oh no, I missed. No, oh, I died. Okay, well, this is a good time to hand it off to you. So let's go and switch to Alex. Because he's like not far from me. So here we go. Alex, you are up, buddy.
I am up. So this is a little bit further, like he makes it through the zombies. And all right, now we're here. And so you can see the map. Actually, Robey was, he just passed through here. He was here. Right there. So he just had a little bit further to go. And here I just learned that I can save my game into the tree and actually heal the tree. So let's keep on going, see what we find. Because I haven't walked past this.
And if you want to watch more of Twitch, more of Alex's amazing Twitch gameplay, you know, over to Twitch. He's going to start becoming a pro streamer, right, Alex?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to quit my day job. Look at that. Are you dead yet? There we go.
It's actually good to see you play now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Alex is like, yeah, I get bored watching you there, lunatic.
No. Oh. Everybody told me about that.
Whoa. See, this is all stuff I haven't seen yet.
And this falls down. That brings memories. That brings memories.
Yeah, this is like more traditional Prince of Persia gameplay right there. You can slide underneath there. Go get him.
And what was that all about? Oh, don't be slow. It slices and dices, but wait.
Because you got to watch out for the spikes. Ooh, that's some good gameplay right there.
Oh no, I don't reach. Go through.
I'll see if I can get audio to pop through. You guys working on it. Yeah, this is a new feature we've added.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Can you hear my audio? Well,
I can hear your voice. I'm trying to see if I can get your.
Maybe.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
All right, I'll keep playing. Sorry, guys. We'll figure this out. This is new, so we'll figure it out. Let's try this again.
Oh, there we go.
All right, that guy's done. Oh, that's why. Here we go. Don't be slow. Oy, too close. Wait, I can break these? Oh, I didn't know I could break those. Oh, so can I go?
You guys hear audio now? No, it doesn't look like it's coming through. We'll get that figured out. It should. That's the way to do it right there.
Come over here. Come to Papa.
Oh, okay, it might be this.
Hold on, let's go check this first. Anything here? Oh, look at that. Hey, secret. Oh, wow. So not that way. What is over here? Oh, that's a little scary. All right. Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, all right. Not bad. What is over here? Some crystals. Get them crystals. You can go up. Not yet. Interact. Interact. Okay. Come on. I can do this. I promise.
I believe in you.
There we go. Thank you. Wow. Oh, what is that? Is that like a clue? Oh, to the tree. Does it guide you to a tree? Yes. Wait. Oh, I know where I am. We're back where we started. All right.
Oh, did you get? Oh, you got back through?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's try this. This is funny. Okay. At least the guys. Nope. They don't state it. So why even waste?
Guys, we figured out how to fix the audio, but it won't be something that we'll be able to do with this particular one and with 8 minutes. We'll make sure that we get it for the next one for sure. We know what to do. Sorry about the no audio in that case.
Hey, wouldn't be a show without audio.
Yeah. We're always trying to bring in the cool stuff.
Oh.
You can do it, Alex. Oh, he's being tricky now. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Oh, it bounces off the wall.
Yeah, once you open them up, right?
Yeah. Oh, there. Oh.
There you go. You
Wait.
flipped the switch.
Because I went that way. Oh, which way to go? All right, let's find new frontiers.
Did you not go that way last time?
No, I went. I found a secret door. I found the secret door. Right, that they had the lion down here again. But we'll come back to that.
Oh, there's a lion. Where's the witch in the wardrobe?
And stay down.
Oh, you broke his. Oh, it looks like you can do a charge to break his shield. A charge attack.
Charge attack. Oh, I mean, so.
Ooh, got some crystals.
Oh, the other way.
Oh, that would have been a good parry. And that would have given you health too.
Yeah,
okay, so there you go. So you got, there, yeah. So the yellow crystals look like they give you health.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Not this guy. All right, let's go say hello to the kitty again.
Come here, kitty. Kitty, kitty.
Yum 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 meow 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 meow.
You have your special?
I do.
Hold it, left trigger and X.
And stay down.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at that. It slices. Oh, sneaky. One more kitty.
Is there another? Oh, you got some crystals up here. You got another kitty, though. That kitty's just watching you. Oh, that kitty shoots fire. What the heck kind of kitty is this?
What do you have for lunch?
Bad kitty. That's what I got to say. Bad kitty. Kitty that shoots fire. That's not a cool kitty.
Ow, ow, ow. No, no. Bad kitty.
There you go. Dude, that was handled like a pro.
Hey, can I break something here?
Okay, for people wanting to enter on that 14700K, you head over to discord.gg/intel. There's a way to enter. Make sure that you do that. We're going to be drawing the winner here pretty soon. How much time do we have left, Sarah, on the giveaway?
I think they just drew it.
Oh, never mind. Don't go over there because that'll be really disappointing to you.
Pick me up 9889 one.
Congratulations.
Did I just came through here? You see, and that's when you have to move the map. So I was there.
Yeah, you have to use the map.
So I should go here, I guess, or here. All right.
Oh, you need to go up.
Yeah. It's a little bit feel a little bit like a Super Metroid kind of vibes.
Yeah, that's right. It's Metroidvania. I mean, that's the type, right?
Yeah. Let's go this.
Yeah, hold on, guys. We have to verify the winner. We always do. Make sure that it's all good. So just stand by.
Oh yeah.
Just because.
Thank you guys.
See, there you go. Dude, you wrecked that dude.
Oh, I get it. Sorry, that took me. Oh. What is that?
Oh.
What's that? Hi, Crystal. Should I? Ah!
Just go for it.
Oh, that was not a good. Oh. Wait, but what was here first?
Snap. Oh.
Oh, there's one. Ooh. Oh, wait. Well, that was probably the easy way. So let's go to exploring.
I like how you said that was the easy way. You just unlocked this new path. You're like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go a different way. This just feels too straightforward. Oh,
sweet.
There you go. That's kind of. Oh, dude, now you got bats. Bats are the worst.
Wait, did I come through here? Yeah, I did. So where am I supposed to go? Let's think about this.
No, you go up.
Oh, that's the top. So I fixed the top, I guess.
Yeah.
So now I have to go down here.
No. Oh. I don't know where you're going.
Because I don't think I can go this way.
Can.
So maybe I
go
go
back.
this way. I can?
Yeah, go back. You go up. Here, go back to where you were. I'll show you. You're not thinking in 37 dimensions like you need to in this.
Sorry. I'm still mastering Star Trek chess.
You got to be in all dimensions. You got to be. Okay, keep going. And you're gonna get to a thing where you're in between. See right there, and then you can go up in between. No, go left. Go left on the other platform.
Here?
No, other direction.
What's the other direction? Right or left?
Jump across. Now see how you can go up? Jump up, wall jump, up. To the left.
Oh, this one. You are completely right. Thank you. You're right. I was not thinking in 27
You're not
dimensions.
thinking in the 30 gajillion dimensions you need to basically get up and finish this game.
Hey, Robey, since Alex is playing, do you want to give everybody a heads up as what's coming next week?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love that that we get to watch Alex this time. Okay, so what's going up next week, guys? We are playing Enshrouded. So PalWorld, look out. So very, very similar to PalWorld. We also have a 14600K giveaway next week, right? So we got a 14600K giveaway. We're going to be showing the MSI Project Zero. So we're going to be showing MSI Project Zero, which is going to be super epic. Really, really excited about that. So we're going to be showing you an actual build with the back and pat and talking a little bit about Project Zero and what that means and showing how the actual system works, plus showing you a great combination of a 14.6 build and what some options are there, as well as just talking about how epic it is. So should be a really, really cool show. We got codes to give away of Enshrouded. We got swag kits to give away, and we got a 14600K to give away. And who knows what else? And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you this, guys. We'll do a 14600 giveaway from the team at Intel, and I will do a 14600K giveaway that will be US, Canada, and Mexico. So that way, so we'll just throw that in there. So we'll do 2 next week and really kind of celebrate with you guys. So make sure that you stay tuned, and we'll throw that in there, and that way you guys can enter. Just make sure that you're following me over at twitch.tv/Robeytech, and you're also a member at discord.gg/Intel. So anyway, guys, we appreciate you. You're amazing. We had a really good time hanging out and playing this week, and we look forward to seeing you guys on next week's episode. Bye, guys.
Hi, Betty.
Say bye.
Bye, guys. It was great.
Which is fun. Bye, guys.